What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Fallout 4 Mods Weekly. This is going to be the first episode of 2017. Hopefully you guys are having a good new year. Hopefully you made your New Year's resolutions. And here's to a really great year in modding. I do hope there are a lot of good mods coming out this year, and frankly, I do have pretty high hopes. I think we will get some good releases. With all that being said, we are again back with some more Fallout 4 Mods Weekly, which we do actually have a number of really good releases this week. Something happened over the past week where it's like Fallout 4 modding was totally revitalized while Skyrim modding took a dump. Regardless, we actually have a ton of good releases, but not too many of them are technically released yet on Xbox One. Fortunately, a lot of these different mod authors have confirmed they are porting them over. The ports just haven't been released yet. So I'll just keep that in mind when watching this video. With all that being said, if you guys do want to support the series, one of the best ways you could do that is by leaving a comment or a like. That's just the way YouTube's new algorithm kind of ranks things. Regardless, with that being said, make sure to stay to the end of the video to see who won the giveaway. But with that, let's just jump right into it. So the first mod I do want to show you guys is going to be called Just Visible Holstered Weapons. This is actually going to be almost an expansion of the regular Visible Weapons mod, which I'm sure many of you have heard of. So here you're going to get a bunch of different weapons that you can craft at the chemistry station and thus put on your back. These are styled a little bit differently and with actually some different weapon mods than some of the other options out there. Some of them you'll find with different scopes and silencers or short barrels and long barrels. One feature I really like about this is it actually includes two modded weapons. So that's going to be the M9 as well as the Widow shotgun. This is something I really like and something I'd really love to see more of in the future. There's a few weapon mods out there that have added kind of visible weapon support independently, but in my eyes at least, not nearly enough of them actually support a lot of these different features, and I would love to see more of them. Regardless, having all these weapons on your back in my eyes looks very cool. I definitely like the look of it much more over kind of nothing on your back or just having a boring back. I really just think it enhances the way your character looks, as well as you do have some other options like putting them on your drop leg or something like that. All around, all the weapons in this mod are very high quality, and I really like some of the variants that are included in this. It's not just your typical weapon, but maybe a one with a few different weapon mods to make it look a little bit cooler. So next up we have Detailed Feral Ghouls. This is a pretty cool mod, basically really enhancing the way feral ghouls look in Fallout 4. It does two primary things. First and foremost, it just makes feral ghouls look better. There's a huge texture bump here. These come in 4K and 2K options. Personally, I would recommend using the 4K option. I'm not entirely sure how that'll work on consoles, but I'm sure you can find how other users are getting as far as performance with that installed. On top of that, it actually adds in a ton of new details to the faces and really just some of the body features of a lot of the feral ghouls. There's some really great work in progress pictures that really highlight the differences. More or less, it just really adds in, again, more details, more scratches. It makes the faces look more hectic and even more infected in my eyes. It also does some minor things to the bodies to make them, again, look pretty awesome. Feral ghouls are definitely a pretty unique character in Fallout 4. They kind of have a zombie feel, and obviously they have the pretty unique mechanic where you could actually blow off some of their limbs, making them really, again, stand out as one of the cooler enemies in the game. So it's really nice to see some of these overhaul mods addressing them and making them look much better. I would say this is definitely a noticeable improvement over some of the vanilla feral ghouls. Definitely something I think it's worth the hard drive space and definitely worth the download. The XM2076. This is a newly released sniper rifle mod, and honestly one of the best sniper rifle mods we have so far. I'm not really sure where this mod came from. It kind of came out of left field when it was released. There was no work in progress pictures or kind of anything about the mod before its release, but on release it felt like a very complete mod. I said this in my initial video on it, but it really is going to be one of the top tier sniper rifles right off the bat, not even requiring any updates to fix anything. It has custom animations, custom sounds, see-through sight support. It features a very badass and awesome looking sniper with a ton of different camos and stuff like that. And again, it really is more or less the full package. There's only a few little features I'd love to see added in the future, but even that, it's almost getting to a point where I'm nitpicking. I would definitely download this mod right away and start experiencing it, because again, it is just a ton of fun to use. It's extremely satisfying to actually be able to long range snipe in Fallout 4, and this mod's going to give you that capability. But maybe you don't really want to do that. On top of that, it also adds in a few custom iron sights, which are much more enjoyable to use than the vanilla iron sights, making it definitely be a strong competitor for something like the M1 Garand. I really have nothing but good things to say about this mod. It's a ton of fun to use, and in my eyes, definitely worth a download. The Holey Machete. So this very quickly became one of my favorite mods for Fallout 4. It's adding in the Book of Eli Machete. That's one of my favorite movies, and honestly, the mod itself is just very cool. This is going to be my Mike Moore. He's made a number of different mods. He actually started making a few weapon mods, but honestly, with the release of this mod, it makes you really realize he is one of the best melee weapon mod authors in Fallout 4. I'm not typically a huge fan of melee weapon mods. I just don't find them to be as enjoyable as different gun mods, but this is definitely going to be one of the better ones released. First and foremost, it of course is high quality. On top of that, it actually has a number of different weapon mods, adding in some different flames, almost turning it into a shish kebab. This makes the weapon much more enjoyable to use and honestly make it much more practical. They look very cool, especially when you have the serrated version with flames flying out of it. Maybe it's just kind of a skewed version, but in my eyes, a machete is like the perfect melee weapon for Fallout 4 to just keep on your back or something like that. The Holey Machete is definitely going to give you that option, and in my eyes, going to definitely be worth the download, even if just to have it spawn on enemies and maybe experience it every once in a while. This one deserves more attention. The MP412 Rex is going to add in the really iconic revolver mod. You've probably seen it in some like action movies, like some of the Fast and the Furious movies feature this. Regardless, the Fallout 4 version is extremely high quality in actual texture quality. Looking at the gun, you can see there's a lot of detail put in and it just looks really good in your hand. On top of that, it actually does feature some pretty cool animations. I'm not really sure if these are custom. The mod author doesn't mention anything, but they just look a little bit different than the vanilla ones. Maybe that's just me, maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. Regardless, the gun itself looks and feels very good in your hand, and there's actually a nice little added feature, again not mentioned by the mod author. This is going to feature custom sound animations per caliber type. So if you're using a 50 caliber or some of these shotgun calibers or just the 45 caliber, all three of these will sound different. There's actually two calibers that sound the same, the 38 and the 45, but you know, that's okay. Regardless, again, this mod's really not getting a ton of attention. It's not in the Nexus hot files or anything like that, but I think it should be because it really is a ton of fun to use. It doesn't have a ton of weapon attachments. You could change the receiver, add in a few of the different scopes, which frankly, I don't know why you would add those to this gun. I mean, I guess maybe it's kind of practical, but I personally don't find it to be that enjoyable with them. But the mod itself, just in its normal base form with kind of a cool caliber, is a ton of fun to use. It sounds pretty cool, and honestly I think it's one of the better weapon mods to come out of the past few weeks, especially for pistol mods. So last but certainly not least, we have the Rogue Prototype. This is going to be a new mod by dcuttermusic. He's a pretty prominent mod author both in the Fallout 4 scene, but definitely more popular in the Skyrim scene. What this mod is going to add in is a ton of new armors with kind of special abilities. These are definitely pretty snooty armors, but I think it almost gets a pass simply because of how cool they look in the game. They're meant to be kind of cyborg augmentations to your character, as well as they have those really cool looking glasses, or I guess a visor with them. Regardless, there's a number of different armors. Again, they are all extremely high quality, as it is to be expected with dcuttermusic. Again, he does make some really high quality mods for Fallout 4 and Skyrim. So what this mod's all about is it's going to again have some different stat boosts per the armor you do craft. So some of them will make you extremely defensive, other ones will make you stealthy, other ones will make you faster. And when I say some really strong stat boosts, I definitely mean that. Some of these will actually add on 4 to 5 different special points, so you could have your strength increased by an additional 4 to 5 points, as well as all the just typical kind of defenses of the armor. That's a pretty noticeable improvement and definitely something that's going to be substantial and a difference you will be able to notice. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for this episode of Fallout 4 Mods Weekly. I do hope you guys enjoyed as always. If you did watch to this point in the video, let me know by commenting Rogue down below. But now let's actually see who won that giveaway. Alright, so hopefully now you could actually see things going on. As you can see, that's my voice on the side recording. This is what I see when I'm recording. So I'm using this website called Sandrasire's, I don't know what it is. I just googled it and I scanned the video. 493 unique users. Randomly pick winner. Oh, Brendan Hutchkins, 1 comment. Found your channel a few months ago. Watch your uploads daily. Your videos really take a lot of the guesswork with every mod. Thank you for your hard work and figure. Might as well enter giveaway too. I'm not really eyeballing any games right now. I thought the 65 would help get myself a new monitor. I actually just bought a new monitor. Love your channel though, and hope your content keeps me interested in Bethesda games. So congratulations, man. I probably replied to your comment at this point, as well as I probably sent you a YouTube message, but if you're watching this, hey, you won. Congratulations. So now for the second part, we actually have Eleonora as the winner of the person. You guys just really loved Eleonora. She blew everyone else out of the water, so $40 sent to Eleonora. I literally just sent the donation. I did it through Nexus because I figured that's the best way to do it. So here are the PayPal receipts and all that. If you guys do have any questions or don't think this is a legit giveaway or anything like that, feel free to message me. I know there's a lot of controversy over that kind of stuff, and I tried to avoid it as much as possible. Regardless, as always, again, I thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys had a great 2016, and hopefully we're going to have a great 2017. Again, I thank you for watching, and I do hope to see you guys all next time. Later.